Good evening.
Hello, everybody.
We've had an interesting day.
We found Sun and Moon base set cards for $8 a pack.
At least that's what we might have at first thought.
What?
Yeah, we were making a trip into Edmonton today and stopped at a gas station that we sometimes frequent on the way and noticed they had a booster box of Sun and Moon packs opened, sitting on a lower corner shelf at a very strange location.
That was a very first red flag. But we're like, well, they're not too much.
She mentioned them. I went in to see how much they were.
Yeah, they are cards.
And I was told
Not yet. You can't have them yet.
$7.99 a pack. I'm like, that seems like a pretty good price for this. So, why not? It's something different. So I picked up, at that time, 6 packs of these.
Here. Don't touch.
And
You find yourself. No, don't touch, I said.
took them back
No.
to our vehicle and we continued on our way. Yeah, there were signs right away that there was something pretty suspicious about this. Just unusual store, unusual price. And the packs didn't look or feel quite like most packs. We've been opening Pokemon cards for, probably better part of a year off and on now. And we noticed right away this top edge is not usually how they're sealed. But just to be sure, because we were looking at the packs closely and there were some things that didn't look exactly right just without comparison. We'll get to some of the direct comparisons in a minute. But they looked like they might have been from the UK. There was a few odds and ends. So we went to a store that we've gone to before, which we know carries some, not right from the beginning, but some older type packs that date back to the Sun and Moon era.
And one that we trust.
Yeah.
They've had good stuff.
We showed them to him, and he didn't have any Sun and Moon base in stock at the moment that weren't, put into bundles and things that were available to look at, but he said, yeah, I'm familiar with it. These look fake to me right away. We picked up a couple of other Sun and Moon era packs to compare to directly, and yeah, the comparisons weren't flattering. So you can see again at the top there this sort of crinkle pattern for the seal, completely absent here. It's just a straight line across the top. Another really obvious thing when you put them side by side, the red here has got a two-tone. You can see it better on this one where the picture's not getting in the way. Darker at the bottom, lighter at the top. These ones completely
And the color on these ones more vibrant as well.
Yeah, just overall the color scheme a little bit different, a little bit brighter too.
Sorry for the lights.
Of course, that can vary set to set a little bit. Bunch of other differences, though. This pack is probably not the best for that. You can see it a little bit better on this one in places. You gotta get the lighting quite right.
Oh, we didn't open the pack with the marker in it? I thought we did.
No. Anyway. There's some minor variations
the UPC
in the
or the barcode or whatever was the other thing too.
Well, yeah, there's a few. So, on the back, there's a couple of things. If you measure from the crease to the edge of the tab here, these ones, the regular ones, extend out farther. This one from the crease is much shorter. Also, yeah, as Angela was mentioning, the UPC code. I'm upside down, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can see it uses much larger, clearer text on both.
No, you're not upside down, you're fine.
Both the regular packs. But on this one, much smaller up here. And even the printing
we should get a marker and make sure we write on that.
Is clearer and easier to read for the description here than what it is up here. You can read it, but it's more jumbled, not as easily readable. So all these things were warning signs that were telling us, yeah, aside from the other card store's opinion, that this is probably fake cards.
I was pretty convinced, like, right as soon as I saw the seal, but I wanted confirmation before I 100% said they were fake.
Right. So, on the way home,
Ugh.
we did a live and we opened one of these packs.
I didn't touch them, though.
Unfortunately, the video is up on YouTube, but I don't know if it was bad during the live or not, but for the uploaded version that's available,
it's glitchy at times.
And the quality of the video is really poor.
You can go and watch it.
You can make out some of the things we're talking about, but not
about
all.
1 minute and 45 seconds is where it actually starts to clear up. And then there's moments where it's glitchy, but
yeah, the first thing that was noticeable in the pack was that
these cards. If you feel them, you'll know. If you've handled a lot of Pokemon.
Where's a real card? The color scheme. Okay, first of all, centering top to bottom is not great, but you know you can see that in real cards. Here's a real card. The color scheme is just not the same. I'm trying to get different angles here with the
lighting's a little bit different.
Lighting, yeah, but
you can see
this is
the one's
paler.
darker.
This is darker, in general.
Yeah, sorry, this one is the darker one. Yeah.
Also, along the top edge of the cards where they're cut right out of the pack, you can see it's a much rougher cut all along there, and the whole pack is like that. Every single card, especially at the corners, some of them are very rough and were right out of the pack.
We're gonna keep these to show as examples.
There was also a card, I forget which one it was, but facing the wrong way on the other side. And even though it says on here, you know, code cards, there was no sign of a code card whatsoever. But yeah, so.
Wasn't something else missing too? Like the no energy as well.
Yeah, no energy. This is the foil, the only foil in the pack, by the way.
And the texture's disgusting.
And, well, yeah, the textures, they do feel funny. But this is, it maybe imitates, I don't know enough about Sun and Moon, the pattern, but just the way the foil reflects, it's much glossier, I think, than any I've seen.
Oh, and then yeah.
Yeah, next we got to one of these, a Tauros GX. No foiling whatsoever, no texture, no nothing. Just a plain straight card. So, another dead giveaway. These weren't right. And these ones are probably a little less obvious just because it's a base card to begin with. But you can see there's something wrong with it. Yeah, and they don't feel the same when you handle them like other cards do, as Angela was saying. I think it's single stock. Like if you rip the cards with authentic cards, you can see a blue layer in the middle. I doubt these have that very much. Oh, come on. She's making a mess on the floor and playing in it. Mm-hmm. Yes. Nothing dangerous, but kind of gross. Anyway.
She'll survive.
Yes. So, yeah, these were the cards. And they're all the same quality, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was interesting that you got the Meowth and the Persian right next to each other. There was a Dartrix and a Rowlet, which you see here.
And an Umbreon. We got an Umbreon.
And yeah, yay! Again, Umbreon GX. Isn't that wonderful?
Look how disgusting that
looks. Yeah, no foiling, no texture. Just a very rudimentary copy. So yeah, we then...
don't like touching these.
It was obvious after opening the first pack. We had bought, as I mentioned, 6 of these. We took them back to the...
we still have the receipt.
The gas station. We had them. We still had the receipt. It was earlier that day. The shifts had changed, so it was new staff there.
Yeah.
And there was no manager on the site at the moment, so they had to call him and work it out. But basically...
We don't normally keep receipts because we're like, it's like a pop and a chip and this and that.
We showed both the employees at the counter the comparison to the legit packs we've gotten in the city. Pointed out the concerns, showed the differences in the card backs, and said, yeah, these are fake packs. And they were interested. They confirmed with the management, and they were willing to refund us our purchase. But basically, anything that was returned, they wanted it back and they were putting it away in the manager's desk so that it would, he would deal
so
with
they
it.
wouldn't sell anymore.
And probably they're going to go after wherever they sourced it from in the first place, I would imagine.
So our concern, aside from people getting scammed, was also that the store themselves didn't get scammed again by where they purchased this before.
Yeah.
So
I kept 2 and returned 4, just so that we would have a sample of a sealed and the one we had opened for ourselves for,
we're gonna get a Sharpie
interest and
write fake on it just so that it can't be passed off as
so we can do this sort of informative video showing people some of the things we've seen and learned through this, things to watch out for if you're out and about and happen to spot Pokemon cards unexpectedly. I've heard that this has happened specifically with Sun and Moon base other times as well. This particular set has come up a few times in conversations we've had researching
I don't
this.
know if it's at what other sets, but I'm sure it's happened in other sets too. But this one has definitely been one I've heard of a lot of.
So that's, and like I said, I intentionally wanted to keep a couple, but just because this was interesting.
I mean, there's kids that would get.
But we returned 4 of the 6, and hopefully
somebody could scam kids with these.
Oh, I'm sure.
They wouldn't even know.
I'm sure. I think our kids have actually come home with fake cards.
But I
people
think
have created
Thomas
them.
knew that though.
Yes, he was told that they were.
Yeah.
And so where they came from in that case is probably a different type of situation than going into a store that's selling packs retail.
Yeah.
And as far as we can tell, they believed that they were real themselves.
Yeah.
So, although they were not a store that usually carried a lot of this
I
stuff
don't think
either,
they knew a lot about it either. I think they're like, oh, look, Pokemon cards. Kids like Pokemon.
Yeah, when we first bought them, the employee working the till at the time was surprised. Oh, we carry that? I haven't seen that set in a while. He was new to him. So, but yeah, just wanted to share that and get some of the information out there for sure. Some of the big signs to look for when looking at the packs. And again, when possible, if you're not sure, a comparison to as close a pack as you can find at least is usually helpful.
Hello, yep.
But those are a few of the signs we noticed. Some of them, briefly.
Okay.
But yeah, another thing that has been noticed, Angela says she's seen this on other packs as well, is that there's some minor perforations at regular intervals coming down the pack here. I don't know if I can get that to show up.
Thank you.
Little dots.
That could just be also where they're packaged too. I don't know.
Yeah. Hi, Brinley. You don't care. You'd chew on any of this, wouldn't you?
Yeah, she wouldn't care about those.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to let her chew them, though.
No,
Probably
no, not these ones.
So, do we
I know you want cards.
So that's it for this video, or anything else would be a different topic?
I don't know. Do we want to open finish off by opening real cards?
What other cards? These 2 Sun and Moons?
Yeah.
Is that appropriate for this video, or is that a separate topic?
I don't know.
There's no one to ask because we're not doing it live.
Go get Ezra.
I'd say we could save that for another topic.
Okay.
We'll open these in a separate video, but if you're interested in seeing them, we will record it.
All right.
You say bye, Brinley.
Say bye. Bye.
Hope you found this informative and potentially useful, or maybe just
And if you have any other questions, feel free to comment below.
Yeah, we're glad to share what little we know, and
we're not going to share what the store is right now because I really don't think it was their fault. It was just a gas
station. We frequented there before. It's something out of their wheelhouse generally, and yeah.
I think they just thought it would be a neat thing to put on the shelf. And
the closest thing I've ever seen to compare it to was I have seen they carried some little portable gaming devices that mimicked an old Game Boy, but weren't, obviously.
But that, I don't know.
That's sort of a separate category, I think.
But cards, I really don't think
those were obviously not
so,
either.
Yeah, so thanks for watching.
Yep.
I don't know what we're going to do next for a video.
We will see.
We'll see. Thanks.
Bye for now.
Have a great day, night, morning, whatever it is.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.